Hello everyone, my name's David Edgar. I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today from Ibrox after Rangers' 1-1 draw with Livingston earlier this afternoon. A truly dreadful performance from Rangers, insipid, lacking any quality, lacking any real idea, nothing at all to recommend it. Rangers were pathetic this afternoon against a Livy team who were exactly what you would expect. There were no surprises, they worked hard, they were really well organised. And you have to say that their manager, David Martindale, outthought the Rangers manager. Martindale in the press conference afterwards told us we knew we could deal with high balls into the box, so we were content to pack the middle and give Rangers possession in the wings. Rangers then put 73 balls into the box, 73 crosses into the box. Doesn't that just tell you? And it was reminiscent of some of those post-Christmas performances, the first two Gerrard years, where it was just aimless and pointless and you're hoping something might drop. Eventually we got one. It didn't really matter, and even if it had, it would have papered over the cracks for another week. When you're playing the way Rangers are playing at the moment, then even if you're winning, a bad result is always liable to come, and that's what we saw. The stands were full of rage at the end. They were full of rage at half time, and they were full of rage after the game on Wednesday. When you're booed off the park at Ibrox, the fans expect a reaction the following week. We didn't get it at all. If anything, it was worse than it was on Wednesday night against Dundee. And that's worrying, because how are we supposed to have any faith in these players and this management team if that's the kind of dross they're going to offer up after a result like the other night, or a performance like the other night? The manager said, I asked him, I said, do you understand, fans, that no longer have any faith in you here? And he said it is understandable that what happens when the performances aren't good enough here, but he still believes he can turn it around. I'm not sure if the Rangers support do, and that's the key thing. At a club like this, they just don't buy into what he's doing, and unfortunately neither are the team, because I don't think he's telling them to go out and play like that and just punt the ball into the box aimlessly and pass it side to side and then repeat. So there's a disconnect somewhere. Something's not happening that should be happening. Someone, somewhere along that chain, it's not going right. And we're now 4 points behind. Shambolically, we should not be 4 points behind after today. We should have been maintaining our the 2 point gap. And to be going further behind in a home match is just, you can't accept that as a Rangers supporter. And today they didn't. The crowd collectively let the manager, the players and the board know how they're feeling at the moment, and I think perfectly right. The game itself, James Tavernier got done out in the right early on, cross into the box controlled by the very impressive Joel Nouble, who turned and smashed the shot home for 1-0. And then honestly, for the next 80 minutes, Rangers were just dismal, absolutely diabolical, boring, one-paced, repetitive, tons of unforced errors. There was nothing at all to recommend it. In the second half, VAR came into play really for the first time here when Livingston had a player sent off. Initially it was given as a yellow. He was asked to go and have a look at it. It's a Stonewall red, and it was upgraded to a red, and Rangers forced a bit more pressure. Eventually John Lundstrom got in the end of one to volley home. There was 7 minutes injury time afterwards, and Rangers made a couple of chances. Lundstrom really should have made it 2-1 and didn't. I don't think we would have deserved it. In fact, let me repeat, we wouldn't have deserved it, because what we did today was nowhere near it. It seems inevitable what's going to happen. All I'll say is, if Gio does turn it around from here, it'll be one of the great acts of escapology, because there's no buy-in here. The fans don't have faith that he's the man to turn it around. We've got to go to Naples on Wednesday night. None of us are stupid. We all know what to expect over there. And then we come back to more domestic games before the World Cup. I'd be surprised if the Rangers board that quickly. They don't have a track record of doing that. And I think that as long as they can justify saying it's only 4 points, we'll get death by 1,000 cuts this season. Well, it was only 2 points, it's only 4 points, well, it's only 6 points, and we've got Celtic play to it. All that stuff will come into play. But I think the Rangers support are a very intelligent support, and I think they're a good judge of what works here and what doesn't. That today was not a Rangers team that is going to win things. And if that's what we can do with the squad we've got, I feel sorry for the manager, but you can't sack 20 players, you can't sack one manager, and right now I think Gio's teetering very much on the brink. He'll do very well to turn it around from there. I hope he does, because if he does, it means Rangers are winning, but I don't see it. Thanks for listening, folks. Talk to you again on Wednesday night. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.